So let me just sort this out. I thought, oh, it's okay. That's okay. So basically I have to switch off my, go on this way. Quite bright out here today. Really, really bright out here today. It's like super bright. After being inside all night, coming out in the morning to the white snow, it's really, unlike yesterday where it was a bit overcast and dull, today's really bright. Yesterday's, good morning whoever's online, yesterday was really dull and windy, not so much windy but a slight breeze, and it was cold. It was horrible yesterday, and today's much better. I should have gone to live stream yesterday. See, look, the sun is much better today. It's a lot brighter, so can't really complain about that. I was looking at the news today, and it seems that I was looking at. I like to hear James Reeves Mogg, although I know he's a conservative Tory and I was traditionally Labour. At least he speaks some truth, and he brings some clarity into political life in the UK that obviously I can't get access to, but so I like to listen to him. And he was saying the UK is heading for yet another financial crisis, and I'm thinking, you know, this is where my pension comes from. Obviously, you know, I'm a pension, and is this going to affect me if the pound slumps to a huge degree and the ruble rises to a huge degree? I'm going to be out of pocket, aren't I? And this is a problem for not just me in Russia, but for any expat or immigrant in any foreign country where they're receiving a UK or foreign income. If you're receiving a UK income and you're living in Spain and the pound suddenly drops against the euro, you're going to lose money. And so it is a consideration that, you know, and this is why I keep an eye on not entirely the UK news, but to a degree I keep an eye on the UK news, the very basics, to see what the financial markets are doing. Not all of them, just in a general outline. I'm not a financial analyst, or I don't really have the interest in it, but just to see, you know, if there's going to be a massive crisis, then that can affect more people in the UK. It can affect people who live in, or UK citizens who live outside the UK, which is my case, and any other expat or immigrant who's living outside the UK. If there's a financial crisis in the UK, then you will be affected. Your pensions will be affected. And same for any other country, whichever, you know, if you happen to live in Russia and you're from whichever country you're from, there's a lot of Americans, a lot of Canadians, whatever. And I know Americans have a problem because Americans are taxed on their income even when they're not living in America. So if they live in Russia and they're paying tax, they'll also end up paying tax to America as well. So double tax, very nice. So yeah, there's all kinds of these complications when you think about that people don't think about when they emigrate to another country. I've been lucky; I've been largely unaffected because the pound is traditionally very strong, and the other good thing is I am under the UK tax limit, so my pension doesn't reach the minimal tax threshold. I don't meet the minimum, which is I think it's £1,000 a month, and I'm under that. So I think I'm under it by it's by a short margin, but I'm under it. And eventually I will get my state pension, and then I'll jump into the lower tax bracket, I suppose, and I'll pay tax on a certain proportion, but it will only be a small amount. It won't be a huge amount. I mean, say I take £1,400 a month in my pensions, then I'll probably be paying about £200 in tax and national insurance on my pensions, which is a bit odd when you don't live in the country. But there is a good thing. If you declare that you are non-resident from the UK, you don't pay tax. You don't pay tax on your pensions or anything else, really. And another good thing, I've probably never said this in a live stream. Russia, you don't pay tax on pensions at all, wherever you are. The pensions are not taxable. So if I prove that my income is from a pension, I will not pay tax in Russia, and I won't pay tax in the UK if I'm non-resident. So I get both. I get tax-free pensions, but there is a slight risk to that, and that risk. Oh, here we go, snow roll. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, snow rolling? Eh? What is all that about? Eh? We have to have this every day, don't we? Eh? We have to have a snow roll. What are you doing? So, so the downside is that if you register non-resident in your home in the UK, I can't talk about other countries, but for the UK, if you're registered as non-resident, then you don't pay tax on your pensions, but you don't receive any increase in your pension year on year. So you don't get you lose your index linked and all that, except for the army pension. Doesn't matter where you are for that one. That's you won't pay tax on it because you're outside the country, but you'll also receive the increases, your annual increases. So that's a good pension. It's a good pension to have. I know when they changed the army pensions, we went from AFP 70 for those veterans who may be watching this, if there's any. We went from AFP 75, which was the old sense system, and they went on to the new one. And you had the option of opting into the new pension scheme or to the AFP, staying on the AFP 75. And I stayed on the 75 because we knew it was a better pension even back then, even when I was a young lad. Just joined up, and it was everyone said, you know, stay on the AFP 75, and I'm glad I did. It's given me a much better pension, much better benefits. So it enables me to live here, you know. And if anybody else is thinking of coming to Russia or any other country where you think you can settle down and what have you, then you know, consider your finances before you jump into the blue. You know, just selling things and moving to a foreign country is not a good idea. Whatever foreign country it is, you need to do it carefully and slowly, and considerably. Consider all your options and check things like pensions, because you may find yourself in your foreign country where, whatever it is, whether it's Philippines or Russia or, I don't know, Kathmandu, and you may find that you can't receive your pension for some reason, or it's cut off for some reason, or whatever reason it is. So you need to be thoroughly careful about that. I mean, not just pensions, but if you've got foreign income, say you had some kind of, say you're renting property out in one country, and you were receiving the income from that to live in a foreign country, to enable you to live like a wage, then can you still receive it? Can you still get it physically into your new country? You're paying huge amounts of tax on it in your home country, all that kind of stuff. Come on, Jackie. Jackie, Attic, come on then. Good morning, Gary Wotton. How are you today? So it's very snowy here today. I'm just talking about the complications of tax and pensions and stuff if you're coming to a foreign country, whether it be Russia or any other country, and how you know, you have to watch what you're doing and thoroughly research it. You can't just be jumping into a foreign country. It's a foolish thing to do. Hey, we have to have this every day. Noise. Bloody dog, bloody wolf dog. Don't be licking yellow snow, crazy dog. So you've peed. Another one. Oh my god. Oh, we're all right. Licking yellow snow. Joy. Dog fear. But yeah, whatever country you're coming to, be careful. Whether it be Philippines to retire or whatever it is, whatever country, or Russia or any country, Belarus or I don't know, European country, you want to retire, just check that that your finances are the thing. You know, I know there's a couple came to Russia, I'm not mentioning the names, I do know them personally, and they basically gave their life savings over to somebody to invest for them for a short-term investment to get some big return, and they lost it all. It was basically a scam, and they got ripped off big time. Bad news, and made them pretty much destitute for a while, or they ended up homeless and stuff, and bad news. And then they made it worse by going on YouTube and telling everybody, and then also slating the Russian government, which was even more foolish. I mean, it's like biting the hand that feeds you. You know, the person who puts out a hand to help you, and then you bite it. And how stupid you need to be. But anyway, I mentioned the names, but that's them. They do what they want, and I wouldn't get involved with them again. But apart from that, it's very nice here today. Look at the snows. As it was snowing last night, it's snowing today, and it's very nice. Very beautiful today. Much better than yesterday. Without live stream yesterday, and it was terrible. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good that happened to them. But you know, it's not only a lesson. I think they're okay now. But there was a lot of bad feeling because of the people who had helped them to get that deal, who had introduced them to the people, and a lot of bad feeling, and they really got slated. And then basically they went on YouTube and produced a video, looking for sympathizers. I can't even say it today. And Zdrasty, Brandon. Good morning, Brandon. How are you? How's Canada today? Are you getting as much snow as we've got here? But anyway, they went on there and they got there's other people who helped them. And then a bunch of YouTubers went online after they'd produced they produced one video, and a bunch of YouTubers here went online, these Westerners who thought they were clever, and they gave them a total slagging live, a desktop live, and there's about, I think it was 3 of them on there, and they just give them a total slagging, saying they're ungrateful and all the rest of it, which they weren't. They were just being ripped off. This is Russia. This is Russia. Gary Wotton. This is just outside of St. Petersburg, about 12 kilometers, and it's a little place called Gorelov. It's between St. Petersburg and Krasny Selo. And if you follow the channel, you'll know that, or if you've not followed the channel, you wouldn't know that I'm an ex-British soldier, and I happen to live in Russia. Good, how are you? It's still been warm, yeah. So, yes. British soldiers, ex-British soldiers do happen to live in Russia. There's quite a number of us, actually. Not just British soldiers, but all kinds of people who've come to live here. Really, really common. And I was here a long time. I've been here 15 years. I've not been here. I didn't come here during the Ukraine crisis or anything like that. I've been here a long time. So I was there a long time before that. So for all the people who want to call me a traitor and whatever, I've heard that so many times. It's just it's boring now, but yeah, this is Russia. This is a little place. It's strange. Well, it's not. I mean, when you consider that Russia and the West were very much friends, and Russia toyed with the idea of joining NATO at one time, that's kind of how it was, and it's all gone a bit sour, hasn't it? You know, then we ended up with Ukraine. We ended up with a terrible government, and they went from one bad person to the other, and they say one person said they were going to get peace, and it went wrong, you know. And instead of getting peace, they ended up to a point where Russia intervened, and they were going to eventually, you know. And that's what happened. Look at it now. Now they're about to, if not careful, they're either going to get a very bad peace deal, or they're going to lose the country entirely, where it breaks up into it's reclaimed back from history. Because Ukraine, you forget, is not a country. It was a fake country, for like it was parts of other countries after the Second World War. And if those parts go back to those original countries, Ukraine will disappear. And you know, I don't talk about it much. I try and stay away from politics because it's not. I don't know. I'm not a political channel, and I think there's enough political people out there to want to talk about it, but I do give my opinion on it occasionally, but not often, not all the time, because there's enough experts out there, and I'm no expert on it. But what I can tell you is, for those who don't know, or think that it's as simple as it is, what I can tell you is that Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, are all the same people. And what you've got is, like for us here in Russia, we've got family in Western Ukraine, we've got family in Belarus. And it's the same for nearly every Russian. It's very, very intermixed. So what you've really got is brother on brother. It's a horrible war. And I hope it all starts off okay in the early 90s with the Russians. Yeah, I mean, after the first fall of the Berlin Wall, I remember that I was in the army at the time. I think, yes I was, when it came down. And I was a Cold War soldier, you know, that's what I was back in the early, I was joined in 89. And we were still, you know, still worried about the Russians listening in an hour. I remember when the first telephones came out, mobile telephones, and I remember a guy, come on this way, come on then, we're not going back yet, come on then. Look at me, gone out, thinking, where's he going? We've been out, now it's time to go back. No, it's not time to go back yet, come on. Come on then, come on then. You're going to come run up here when you realise, come on then. Come on then. There he comes. He's thinking. Oh, come on then. Come on then. There's Wolf Dog. There he is. Come on then. He's if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, he's a wolf dog. So bred from wolves. He's about, I think, I thought he was 25%, but I'm believing he's more than that now. He's a hybrid wolf dog. So he's a hybrid wolf dog. And he's starting to go spotting into silver, which is really where I didn't want, but it's snowing now. But he's a wolf dog. And yeah, so lost my train of thought now. Yeah, but yeah, so Ukraine's a mixed up place really. And I can hope just for peace really, can't you? It's all you know, I hope it's over as quickly as possible. I was in Ukraine in actually Kiev before the war. And we've got friends in Mukachevo, which is Ukraine. We've got family in Western Ukraine. So, you know, it's a hard war. It's a hard thing for us. When Maidan happened, when first Maidan happened, and we were watching it, I was in Russia at the time, and I was watching it with my wife, and we were like horrified. We were like, "Oh my good God!" And my wife said, "There's going to be a war now." Oh, it might happen. There's going to be a war, and it did. It exactly happened that way, and we were horrified. Still horrified to see it. You know, places that I went to in Ukraine, my wife went to that we both know, completely destroyed. Terrible, terrible thing. Hopefully, I'm hoping that there's going to be a peace deal now. I'm really, really hoping for it. I know the British are really trying to, really trying to mess up the peace deal. It's been said that the British have been interfering. For all the media about Russians interfering in Western politics, and they're doing exactly that. They're absolutely hypocritical. You know, they're trying to get a peace deal. They're trying to. President Trump is doing his best to get a peace deal, and the Russians want a peace. Everyone wants a peace deal, and the Brits are there, still sticking their noses in, spoiling it, which is wrong. This is a view up here, this road. It's nice, isn't it? I've done on this view so many times. And I keep saying I'm going to come out and get a photo of this on the DSLR, and so far I've failed. I did do the icicles though, and every time I think I'll come out and do a photo, something's come up. I can't stay out, I've got to do something, or somebody wants me to do something, or just one thing after another. Something needs fixed, or so just and the Canadians. So yeah, they're all interfering. You know what I mean? I can't see. For me, it's like, the only reason the West wants to keep this war going, it's not a case of they love Ukrainians or love Ukrainians. Most Westerners never even heard of Ukraine or wherever the hell it is. You know, can't even point to it on a map. You know, literally, they have no idea. All Westerners think about Russia is cold, snow, and that's it. Bears in the back garden, and, you know, it's nonsense. Good morning, Flower. How are you doing today? So, you know, don't believe the Western media. That's the biggest thing. I believe that the Ukraine war has been being dragged out, and purely because it's benefiting people who are invested into arms companies, and the people who are invested in arms companies are usually politicians, and so it's in their interest to drag it out and make themselves fat and rich, because what they don't care about is when their war's over, everything's destroyed, they've still got their little palaces, or big palaces in some case, their nice coastal coast properties and whatever, and you know, in nice hot spaces, you know, California coastline, nice big mansion down there, you know, after you've sold a few million weapons and killed a few million people, what do they care? Don't care about people. But anyway, okay, thank you. That's good news. Better than I deserve. No, not better than you deserve. Everybody deserves good health and good life, and to be happy. I firmly believe that. It's unfortunately, for some people, it's out of reach, and they're really down on the luck. Especially, I was looking at videos. I've said this before. I don't know what's true and what's not. It's nonsense that most Westerners are completely unaware that there is 190 different ethnic groups in Russia, which each with their own culture, which is a lot more than just bears and snow. Correct. I mean, you've seen the bears here, right? I mean, they are here, you know. You look at the forest, and you do see them occasionally in the forest. You know, you just never know where they are, do you? Really? It's one of the things, you know. I mean, you know, I've got my pet bear after feeding vodka every day, you know. It's when you get your citizenship, you know, you have to go down to the abandoned bear compound, and take a rescue bear home with you, and that's where you have to. Come on then, that's where you have to. That's where you have to do. You have to look after your rescue bear. Sometimes, you know, sometimes the owners have died, and you have to take a bear, but rescue bears. Some are abandoned bears, and some bears are just homeless, and some bears have lost their mum and dad, you know. But anyway, every Russian has to have a bear, and you keep it somewhere, you know. I keep mine in my pocket here. He stays with me all the time, you know. He's not a very ferocious bear. He ain't got very big teeth or claws, but he's a nice bear. Friendly. Barry the bear. Somebody named him the other day on the channel. Barry the bear. So he's a nice bear. He doesn't drink much vodka, unfortunately. He's a sober bear. But maybe I should teach him. Maybe he's got some kind of not got true Russian bear genes. Maybe he's a bit mixed up, and he doesn't appreciate the vodka as much as other bears. I don't know. But, so my nonsense for today. Anyway, that's what I was talking about. I started talking about pensions. The financial crisis is about to hit the UK, and we can see that Keir Starmer's about to lose his job, and the UK is going to be in complete chaos for a while. And yeah, what a nightmare. And I was talking about pensions, and if you're coming to a foreign country, whether it be Russia or any country, make sure you do your research and make sure you can get your pensions or your foreign income or whatever, however you're going to live. Coming to Russia, if people are thinking about coming to Russia, coming to live in Russia, how are you going to live? How are you going to survive? How are you going to pay for yourself, your family? Coming here, selling everything, and then coming here without speaking the language, which has been done several times over. Come here. I've heard it. I've seen several YouTubers on here. They can't speak Russian. They come here, and then they're wondering why they can't get a job. Well, they can't get a job because they can't speak the language. You should carry a trial-sized can of hairspray in your pocket for bear eyes if you happen to bump into one. Bear eyes. It's okay. There's no bears here. There's absolutely no bears here whatsoever. This is a dead forest. Maybe I've told you this. This is a dead forest. It's building plots, really, and it's just overgrown building plots. That's all it is. What looks like a beautiful forest. It is a beautiful forest. Is really bear plots. But you've got me bears on the brain now. They are building plots, and you know, very cheap. Yeah, I mean, up in Novgorod, where I'm going, look at the snow on here. Blimey. We're up in Novgorod. If you follow the channel, you see where I'm building. There is bears up in Novgorod. Yes, most certainly. Only about 1 kilometre from our property, there is a known bear spot. So we have to be watching it up there. Bear spray is the answer. And we'll be fine up there. I love it up there. I really can't wait to get back. I'm itching now. I've been cooped in all winter these last few months, and I'm really itching to get up to Novgorod and work on it. This week, this Thursday, is a bloopers video coming out. If you haven't seen it, or you won't have seen it, it's coming out on Thursday at 3 PM, and then after that there's no one of my wife's videos. If you haven't seen my wife's video, she does a very much different view of life, not view of life, but a view of how she sees things, how she videos things. And so one of her videos coming out. Hope you never do see one. Yeah, I hope so as well. I don't want to be eaten by a bear. Don't worry, I've got this sorted out anyway. If I see a bear in the wild and I'm with the wife, by the time he's finished eating the wife, I'll be long far away, so I'll be fine. That's my theory. And she probably hit him with the handbag or something, you know. But yeah, so yeah, if you haven't seen the bloopers video coming out, my mistakes, errors, which I've plenty of, and they're coming out. That's coming out on Thursday. Last week was my wife's video. The first one, she did a tour of the site and the house. It wasn't filmed for YouTube. It was filmed in portrait mode for a start. Filmed for friends. It was before I had the YouTube channel. I only found the video recently. And then there's actually 3 more due to come out, so bi-weekly. And I'm going to make it into a thing where she does a video every other week. It's in Russian because she doesn't speak English, but I have subtitled it manually. Not the first one I didn't, that was machine. The second one was half machine. Third and fourth one are totally my subtitles. I'm having to sit and write them all out. It's a bit of a pain. Where are the dogs? They're there. Jackie, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. There's a dog. Here, a dog. Come on, Wolfie. Come on then. Come and show your wolf face. Come on, show your teeth or something. Do a wolf thing. There's wolf dog. There he is. So there's wolf dog, and the other one's down there as well. So hi, Flower. So there you go. Hello, Sean. And what have you. So anyway, that's it. There's the videos that are coming out, and then so next week is another Moment of Spring. It's another one of my wife's videos. It's only about 3 minutes long. It's very short, but it's coming out on next Thursday. Have a look. If you will support her, I'll be very grateful. I don't want your hard-earned money and your donations. Don't need all that crap. I'm not a scavenger, but I would like you to watch some of my videos, please. That's one thing I ask. Please, don't even have to like them, just watch them. Give me some watch time. That's all I want. And, I'm from UK. Hi, Sean. How's UK? How's it? UK. I was watching James Rees-Mogg this morning on one of his, put out a new YouTube video, and he was saying the UK is heading for a 99% chance of a financial crisis again. God help how bad it is in the UK. I can't imagine having another financial crisis. So yeah, keep working, keep your head down, and oh God, I can't imagine another one. I lived through financial crisis over and over. You know, we had the 80s and early 90s where it was complete disaster. And then we had, it's just been up and down with financial crisis in the UK, and they're looking at going up for another one. And this time it might be a real banger of a crisis. So, but they can still find money to send to Ukraine, no doubt, and you know, make a few million to Ukraine while the people are starving. You know, usual thing. But just not sleeping. Sleep, yeah, sleep's. I haven't had a problem with sleeping. It's quiet here at night, so you don't hear much. I sleep really well here. And Novgorod is even better. It's really silent. You hear ambient sounds if you listen. There is distant cars going past, but it's 4 a.m. Oh my God, 4 a.m. Are you not asleep? Why not? Oh my God. No way. 4 a.m. not sleeping. You switch off. Stop looking at foolish English people walking around in Russian snow and get your head down. My God. You comfy. Comfy, how do you mean by comfy? Comfy. Who's he talking to? I don't know. Don't think he's meaning at me. I think he's meant at Flower. He's asking if Flower's comfy. Comfortable. But, so yeah, that's it. Anyway, I've not much to say today, apart from that the UK is heading a crisis. I can't see any more. I like to watch Katie, what's her face? Katie, I've forgotten her name. Katie, Oh, she does batshit bonkers Britain. So watching that. 8 p.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. Oh my God. That's the Australians. Hold on, mate. Let me do it for you. Let me turn you upside down. Get you the right way up. How's that? Is that working? No, I don't think it works here. Being upside down doesn't work here. I'm sorry. It's the Australians. I tried to turn you upside down. I can't get the right way up for you. I'm sorry. It's I know you have terrible trouble in Australia with upside down keyboards and stuff. But, don't say bloody whinging Pom. It's those drop bears you have. See, we're okay in Russia. We've got Russian bears. In Australia, you've got these drop bears, haven't you? Come on. I need my coffee though. I need my coffee in the morning. I've run out of coffee. I was supposed to have ordered something. Come on. I was supposed to order some coffee and I haven't done it. I keep saying I must order coffee today. The trouble is that the coffee where the collection point is far to walk, and I can't be asked to walk right down there to collect it. So, it's I need to find a closer collection. There's actually one at the post office collection point. That's not too far, but it's still far enough, like when you got to walk. But anyway, yes, drop bears. You've got the. I know all about your drop bears. I work with a lot of Australians. I get the joke. It's I've worked with a lot of Australians when I was in Afghan. And of course I was a spy. You know, I was a spy. He's been on the channel, so. But I know about this joke. So when I was first told about that, actually, I was like, "What? People actually believe that?" Like, and of course, you know, that's just nonsense. But great fun. Aussies and Brits traditionally get on together because we're the same people, aren't we? The same humour. So you know, take the pee out of each other. You know, we call you what? We call you crims, you call us bloody whinging Poms, you know. So, about right, innit, whinging Poms. So there we go. Staying in bed till about 10:30 because I'm working till late. You up early in the morning? Oh, yep, they do. So there we go. Staying in bed sounds like a good idea to me. I was up late this morning. I was up at 10 o'clock. I didn't even get up early this morning. 10 o'clock before I got out of my bed. And the wife's like, get out of bed. So you get out of bloody bed. The trouble is you've got to light the wood burner, and it's cold in the house. It's not that cold, but it's like chilly before you light the wood burner. And you can sort of still mooch around in t-shirts, you know, without the wood burner going. If it's not too cold outside, the warmth stays in the house. But really you want that wood burner on, sort of pronto. Good morning from Essex, England. Innie from Essex. How you doing? How you doing in Essex? How's Essex for you today? I worked in and around Essex and London a lot. In it. So, in my day when I was driving lorries. So yeah, I know Essex quite well. And what have you? Always enjoyed it too. London's a great place, you know. I'm from Yorkshire originally, but London was a great place. It really was, and Essex and all these areas, you know. I heard NATO just bombed Moscow. No, don't think so. No, I think that would be all over the news, wouldn't it? By now, you know. Oh, if you're talking about the so James Dillon, some arsehole on the internet decided to put an article out last night that Moscow was in total darkness and had pictures of drones going over and stuff. And it was completely faked AI. I'm sorry to disappoint, but no, Moscow wasn't blacked out at all. Complete rubbish. And there was no drones ever get near Moscow. There's one, I think, in the early war, they tried to hit the government with one. Certainly nothing's ever hit us, so nah. Complete fakery by the Ukraine AI brigade. The other one they put out the other day was, last week actually, they seem to go through in phases of ridiculousness. Ridiculousness. How do you even say that? And last week was that Russia was using now horses for their army, like cavalry, you know, swords and horses and stuff. And then faked up some AI thing with some horses. And yeah, complete rubbish. And, I don't talk like that. I originally come from Kent, Essex, and they all talk common. They all talk common, innit? I'll tell you a story. When I was driving, in I can't remember in Essex I was at. Anyway, I was driving, we were delivering some furniture to a hairdresser's, and this beautiful girl came out, and the manager was there, and she said, "This girl will keep an eye on you, tell you where it's got to go and all that." And she stood there, and this girl was, and she must have been about, she's only a young girl, she must have been about 18 or something, 19, something like that. And she was absolutely the most stunningly beautiful girl I've ever seen. Like, me and my partner were like nudging each other, you know. It's like, look at her, you know, she's just dropped dead gorgeous, you know. It's like, my God, how, you know, she should be a model or something, you know. She was absolutely beautiful. And she opened the trap and she went, "It's got to go over there, innit?" I was like, oh my God, shut up and just look pretty. But it was funny at the time. But, back in the day, how old are you? I'm very old. I'm 56. I'm almost 57. I'm almost 57. Been married 2 times. 63. Yeah, I'm 57. 56, coming on 57 in a few weeks. A couple of weeks. So it's like when I get to my age, stop counting, you know. Try to stop counting. Just that everyone has to remind you, you know what I mean? And wife has to, "Oh, it's your birthday soon." Yeah, don't tell me. I don't want to be reminded. You know, leave me alone. I want to forget that. I don't want to add another year onto the list, you know. But, typically, I can't speak properly. I mean, it's just it was so funny, you know, at the time. But what can you do, you know? She was just gorgeous girl in hairdressers, and we were putting this. It was one of them, you know, glass cabinets. You have to fiddle around with all these things, you know, to get these display cabinets for hair products, I guess. And I think it was in the shape of a sort of a pyramid thing. And I remember standing there, just you know, just gazing upon our work. And we asked her something. She said, "Over there, innit?" It was funny, but it was like, yeah, you know, lovely girl though. If nothing else, they were nice, you know, they're nice. But she just had this wicked accent, you know. But that's good, isn't it? You know, everyone's got to have their accents. 6 more years, you reach my favourite number. When I'm getting old and losing my hair. Many years from now. That's the one, isn't it? Well, we're over there, jumping in the flipping snow. Come on then, this way. Come on. Wolf dog in the snow. Wolfie, come on. You're not Wolfie, you're a mongrel. But anyway, come on, you. Must get some high speed video of him chomping through the snow. 64 in May. God, time don't stop for anybody, does it, you know? It's the one thing you can't beat is time. And, hey, I'm trying to get my second house built in Novgorod. Hopefully this year. This summer is going to be full on. We are going at it, hammer and tail. The bones of the frame are up, so it's a case of the roofing section is kind of next. The ceiling roofing section is where I'm at. Those videos will be coming every 2 weeks, and there'll be one of mine, one of hers, and also I'll be doing a live stream straight from the frame, so you'll be able to jump in, jump out, dip in, dip out whenever you want. Live stream will be running all day mostly on the frame, and also we're doing live streams around the town, show you the real rural Russian town without any bells and whistles. Show you the good bits and the bad bits. It's hard to find the bad bits in that town actually, but I'm sure there's a few bits there somewhere. But it's a beautiful town, and I really want to show it off this summer. And I'm sort of itching to get at it now. The van, if you're following the van progress of mine, I have now got my endoscope and it is working. So I'm going to get at that in the next few days and see if I can get the thing running again and get it prepared to move to Novgorod as soon as the snow goes. I'm looking at the weather. It has improved significantly. It's warmer now. We're looking at plus temperatures. Before the beginning of March, there's going to be plus temperatures. So I'm looking maybe halfway through March that we might be looking at heading towards Novgorod again. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Our dogs have just run down there. God. German Shepherds are the best. German Shepherds are good. Hey! chasing after a car. Chasing after a car. The car's gone. So time to get them in. This is why I don't like walking in the daytime very much. But anyway. I've got 8 years till I'm 65. Oh God. 65. Like how long have I got? I've got what, 5, 6, 7, 8 years till I'm 65. Is it 8 years? 57 coming. 57, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, something like that. But anyway, they'll keep you safe. They'll keep me pain in the ass. That's what they are. I've got the shock collar working now. So you will be wearing that next time we come out, and the very next time he goes near a car, he's going to get a belt, and it will stop that dead. But shock collars are a funny thing. You have to get them at the right moment. You can't just shock them and shock them and shock them. It has to be done very carefully, and at the right moment. Like, you've got to get them as they turn, not after they've done it. So yeah, but I will be. They are effective. It's only static shock, actually. It's not like 1,000 volts down the neck. It's static, and it just makes them worry about it more than anything else, you know. And I trained my own. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately he came to us as a pup. Not a pup. He was a year old already. He had traits in him, and the other one's just bleeding wild. Come on, this way. He wasn't ours. So this is what happens when you get rescue dogs. I would recommend. One, I'd never recommend having a wolf dog, because they're a special breed, and I wouldn't have one again. It's only because we ended up with him. But if you're gonna get a dog, don't get a rescue dog. Get a bloody proper dog and get him as a puppy. Or if it's a rescue dog, a puppy, a young puppy, and that way you can integrate him into your family and train him properly, rather than having pre-trained traits and things that you can't. Are very difficult to knock out later, which is what I'm having trouble with now. But in Novgorod, they won't be having that problem because there's a lot less cars. But anyway, thanks for joining me on this live stream this morning. I will be out this evening at some point, last walk of the day, but I've got to go now. If you're following the progress of the Russian girl, I'm going down to see her heating system today, see if I can get it going for her. Don't know what success rate it's going to be on this, but I can have a look anyway, see if I can get. She's staying with us for the time being, and then so hopefully get it going for her, and she can go back home again. So thank you for joining me. Have a great day wherever you are in the world. Have a good night if you're sleeping. Best of those who are up on late night, and I'll see you all again in the next one. Sweet.